too.
Thank you. Today I'm going to be checking your cranial nerves, your neurological functioning, and your musculoskeletal health, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to get started with your exam. One of the first things we're going to do is we are going to check your sense of smell, your cranial nerve 1, which is olfactory. And I have something in here I'd like you to smell, and tell me what you smell.
Coffee.
Very good. That's a coffee pod. Okay, very good. So cranial nerve 1 is intact. Cranial nerve 2, I'm going to turn off the light. And I'm going to, first I'm going to check your vision. I'm going to have you look at this chart from 10 feet away. It's a Snellen chart. And I want you to cover your left eye. And I want you to read the lowest line that you can.
O-R-Z-S-K.
Okay, very good. That's 20. Then cover your other eye.
O-R-Z-S-K.
Okay, 20 is your vision. So cranial nerve number 2 is intact. We know that by your visual acuity. Okay, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to check cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. First thing I want to do is I'm going to turn the light off and I'm going to check your pupils for constriction. Look straight ahead at me. Very good, pupillar constriction. Now I'm going to check again and look in your right eye for consensual constriction. Perfect. I'm going to do the same thing in your right eye. Constriction, and then I'm going to look at your left eye again. Okay, and that constricted as well, consensually. So now I'm going to have you follow my finger with your eyes. Look up. Down, over, over. Okay, very good. And I want you to look here, and then follow my finger. Okay. Follow your eyes. Okay, very good. So we tested cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. So your oculomotor nerves are intact. Now we're going to look at cranial nerve 5. I'm going to have you open up and bite down on this tongue depressor. Okay, very good. As hard as you can. Okay, very good. Nice and strong muscles there. Okay. Now we're going to check another nerve. I'm going to have you raise your eyebrows, cranial nerve 7. Raise your eyebrows and now frown and then smile. Show me your teeth. Okay, very good. Cranial nerve 7. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to whisper a word and you're going to tell me what you hear.
Kitten.
Okay.
Lollipop.
Very good. Okay. All right, so we checked cranial nerves 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That was 5, 7, 8 is your hearing. Okay, and then I also want to do another thing. I want to have you open your mouth, stick out your tongue, say ah. Okay, cranial nerves 9 and 10 are intact. Stick your tongue out again. Cranial nerve 12 is intact. Hypoglossal. Now I want you to, you can put your tongue back. Very good. Now I want you to put your shoulders up against this force here. Cranial nerve 11 is intact. You have good shoulder strength. Okay, you can relax there. All right, so now what we're going to do, now that we know all of your cranial nerves are intact, we are going to check your musculoskeletal function. So we're going to start with one of your first joints, which is here, your temporomandibular joint. And we're going to examine, and everything looks fine. No swelling or asymmetry. Now I want you to open and close. Okay, very good. Nice smooth motion. Now I want you to take your jaw and move it forward and push it backward. Retraction. Okay, good. Now side to side, lateral movement. Perfect. Looks great and healthy. Okay. Now we're going to look at your next joint. We're going to look at your neck. Make sure you have good range of motion. Okay, everything looks nice and symmetrical. I want you to flex for me. Put your chin down to your chest. And I want you to look back up the ceiling, go far back, an extension. Very good. Okay, now I want you to take your ear and try to touch your shoulder on each side. Okay? Okay, very good. And then I want you to do rotation left and right. I want you to turn both ways. Very good range of motion. Okay, that's awesome. Next, we're going to look at your shoulders. That's your next joint. You have nice symmetrical shoulders. Okay, we're going to feel your acromioclavicular, glenohumeral on each side. Any tenderness there?
No.
Okay, awesome. Now we're going to check your range of motion of your shoulders. So we're going to have you do a couple of motions. We're going to have you do abduction, which is away from your body. Go up. Okay, very good. And then I want you to slowly lower your arm if you can with your abduction. Very good. Your drop arm test is normal. Now I want you to show me adduction. Put your arm across your shoulder like that. Very good. Okay, very good. Now we're going to check for internal and external rotation. I want you to put your arm behind you and try to touch your scapula back there. Okay, very good. And then bring it again in front of you. And then I want you to move it up like this. Okay, very good. All right. Any pain when you do that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So any motion of your shoulder is nice and fluid. I don't see any abnormalities there. And can you do the same with the other side? Check the other side. Okay. Up, do out, down, do across. Okay. And do behind you. Okay. And again, and turn this. Okay. Very good. Okay, no pain on that motion either. All right, let's take a look at your elbow, your olecranon process and epicondylar joint. Okay, any tenderness there?
No.
Okay, so I want you to take your arm, your elbow, and I want you to extend and to flex both sides. Any pain with that motion?
No.
Okay, very good. No abnormalities there. Moving down, let's look at your wrists. Take a look at your wrist here. Radial and ulnar anatomical stuff box. Any tenderness?
No.
Okay. Now I want you to do flexion and extension as well. Both motions. Okay. And do internal and external rotation. There we go. Very good. Okay. Now let's move on to your hands. Check your joints. Proximal and distal interphalangeal joints. And no Bouchard or Heberden's nodes. There would be Bouchard and Heberden's, Bouchard and Heberden's. Proximal and distally. None noted there. And same thing. Oh, I'm going to do a little piece here. Any pain or tenderness?
No.
Okay. Okay? Okay. And the same, the PIP and the DIP joints. No abnormalities noted there. And no Bouchard or Heberden's nodes. Now I want you to take your fingers and I want you to do abduction and adduction. Okay, and let's do supination and pronation. Awesome. Passing with flying colors there. Okay, I'm going to have you lie back and we're going to check your hip joint. Sorry, put it back. You can stay covered up there. Okay, we can pull this table out a little bit. Okay, now for your hip joint, we want to check your hip flexion and extension. You already did extension when you were on the table, when you put your leg down for me. So I want you to, let's pop it your trochanter. And okay, I want to have you raise your leg up and hurry up there. And just see if you can put your knee, you keep your gown covering you up, pull your knee up to your chest as far as you can. Okay, very good. All right, and can you try on the other side as well? Okay, very good. Okay, any pain there when you do that?
No.
Okay, awesome. I'm just going to palpate over here as well. Okay, now we're going to take a look at your knees, okay? I know you said you didn't want to cover. Do you want me to put a cover over your legs? Do you want to cover?
That's fine.
Okay, all right, so your knee, we're going to feel the medial and lateral aspects, femoral, and tibial tuberosities. And I don't know any fluid in the medial or lateral aspect. Okay, so I'm going to have you flex your knee and then put it back out again. Okay, any pain there?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to check here for the same thing. Femoral and tibial, and lateral. I don't feel any crepitus, no cracking of the joints. We're going to flex and extend that again. Okay, awesome. Let's move on to your ankles. And we're going to look at the medial and lateral malleolus. Don't notice any abnormalities. Okay, I'm going to have you flex and extend your foot. So I'm going to have you do some dorsiflexion. Push your foot toward that way as far as you can. And then point your toe down. Okay, same on the other side. Okay, awesome. Let's check your metatarsal joints, kind of like we do with your metacarpal joints in your hand. And then I'm going to feel, can you point your toes up for me? And how about the other side? Okay, and point them down. Okay, awesome. Can you fan your toes out? Like that? Awesome, and put them back together. Okay, very good. And we'll again check the proximal and the distal interphalangeal joints. Any tenderness?
No.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, and then that looks very good. Now what we're going to do is we are going to have you stand up. Okay, we're going to have you stand up and I'm just going to check your back. And we're going to look at your spine and your paraspinal area. Very good. Can you bend over at the waist? Bend over like you're going to touch your toes. Okay, and I don't see any abnormalities. Your spine is nice and straight. Okay, and you can stand up again. All right, any tenderness here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I'm going to have you walk just a few steps for me. Walk forward. Okay, very good. Come back this way. And then heel to toe. Can you touch your heel to toe? Do heel to toe like this? Heel to toe? Okay, very good. Have a seat back up here on the table. We're going to check your reflexes. And do your, all right. Here. Radially. Okay. And we did triceps. Okay. Patellar. Very good. We're going to just run this up the top of your toe. No Babinski reflex. That's normal. And can you tell me when I'm touching you, close your eyes. Is it sharp or is it soft?
Sharp.
How about now?
Soft.
How about now?
Soft.
How about now?
Sharp.
How about now?
Soft.
Okay, very good. And one other thing I'm going to do, I just want you to tell me if you can feel this and where you feel vibration.
I feel it in my big toe.
Okay, awesome. How about here?
On my leg.
Which leg?
My left leg.
Okay, very good. And I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to put something in your right hand, and I want you to tell me what that is.
Paperclip.
Okay, very good. And then on your left hand, what do you feel?
Coin.
Okay, very good. You can open your eyes now. All right, one more thing. I want to have you stand up, and I'm going to have you put your feet together. Stand up and step down. Hold your arms out in front of you like that. Okay, now I want you to close your eyes and stay like that. That's your Romberg test. Very good. Looks like you're maintaining that without any problem. You can open your eyes. Very good. You passed. Good job.